So I say, ah, you call your name, you call your portfolio, and repeat after me. I, a bona fide citizen of the Republic of Liberia, do hereby swear that the testimony I'm about to give and to my recollections is the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. No, sir. Mr. Chairman, witnesses and stand up on the bar.
So we ask the nominees to do their introduction. Just call your name. Then the senators will introduce themselves to you so that you know the senators are here for the confirmation hearing.
My name is Aaron Matenake Timba, Minister Designate, Minister of Mines and Energy.
Good afternoon. My name is Sumo Samuel Momolu, Assistant Minister for Mines, Designate.
Good afternoon. My name is Samuel J. Somerville, Assistant Minister Designate for Mineral Exploration.
Senator from the left.
My name is Senator Devon Smith from Riverside County, Chair of the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, and member of this committee.
I'm Senator Prince K. Moy of Bond County, the Senate Committee Chair on Ways, Means, Finance and Budget.
As in my trouble. Hello, my name is Senator Amara Connor from Papulu County, Chairman, Public Accounts, Expenditures and Audits Committee. Thank you.
Senator Boto Kane, representing the people of Papulu County, member of this committee.
Yeah. I am Francis Saidi Dupu, former representative, Senator of River G County, Chairman on Senate Committee of Post Telecommunications.
My name is Senator Nya Jolewon Tuane Jr., Senator of Nimba County, and the Chairman on the Senate Modernization Committee.
A pleasant good afternoon to all of you. I'm Jonathan Borchas Sogbe. I represent the people of River G County. I'm the Chairman on the International Maritime Affairs. Thank you. Samuel Gongwe Kuga, Senator of Nema County.
Chair, Rancru County, co-chair of this committee.
Simeon Boyman Taylor, represent the people of Grand Cape Mount County, and I'm chairing this committee on mines, balance and mines. So we ask the co-chair of this committee to give the guidelines that Honorable panel,
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues. My name is
retired representative / Senator Zoe Marapeno of Grand Gila County. At this time, I ask the co-chair of this committee to give the guidelines that will govern this hearing.
Good afternoon, colleagues and visitors. Before I give the brief guidelines, let me state that the three guys were my former students at the university. I know them very well. So, let me say something funny before I continue. At the last confirmation of Wilmot P was also my former student. Wilmot P was one of the counselor. As soon as I sat down, the counselor came to me. He said, Prof, I said, yeah. He said, Wilmot was your student? I said, yeah. So if he feels the confirmation, which means he didn't teach him good. So I never asked any question that day. So the guidelines are short. We will ask the chairman will make brief comments. Then we'll ask you to make your presentations to give us your vision of the sector, maybe between 5 and 10 minutes. Then the senators will interact with you, they will make comments and ask you questions. That's it.
Gallery.
Well, the gallery can ask questions through us. Yes, they can write. Oh yeah, okay. So they will ask their question through us. And please, no cheering, no clapping. Please don't boo us forward. We may ask strong questions. We know that you are here to support the nominees, but give us the opportunity to ask them questions. That's it.
Thank you, Honorable Co-Chair of this committee. So, we want you to answer, when it's time for questions and answer, please be patient. Don't argue with any senator here, regardless of the question that they may ask you. If we ask you questions that you're not satisfied with, just answer to what you know. Just answer to what you know. Okay? This is a job interview. If you fail this interview, you fail. I hope that you will take it serious and answer. Don't argue with those senators, please. The committee of mine, the economy of the country depends on the mining sector. And for you to be nominated to that position, you must go through this interview. And then Nigeria will depend on you to see as to how we can lead this country higher. So having said that, we'll ask you, we'll start with the nominee, the minister designate on mines, to explain to us as to what qualifies you to be the minister of mines. And after that, the deputy minister of honor, assistant minister of honor. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman and distinguished members of this Committee on Lands and Mines, I must first give thanks to the Almighty God who has made this day possible. I also extend my sincere gratitude to His Excellency President Joseph Njoman Boakai Sr. for the confidence reposed in me by nominating me to lead the Ministry of Mines and Energy. I thank this committee and the entire Senate for the opportunity to share my vision for the ministry if confirmed. It is indeed the honor of a lifetime to appear before you. My background equips me for this responsibility. I previously served as mine engineer, geography assistant, assistant director of mines, acting assistant minister of mines, national mining expert to the ECOWAS and EU sector forums on minerals from 2005 to 2012. Gaining first-hand experience in Liberia's mineral sector during the immediate post-Civil War period. I also served as member of the House of Representatives, which gave me insight into the importance of collaboration between the legislature and the executive. The Ministry of Mines and Energy plays a central role in Liberia's national development. It serves as the custodian of the country's mineral wealth and the authority responsible for providing strategic policy direction in both sectors. Its function extends beyond regulation, ensuring that Liberia's natural resources contribute to the revenue growth, create jobs, promote community development, and strengthen economic stability. To achieve this, we will prioritize strategic planning, sector coordination, operational efficiency, transparency, and adherence to international best practices. Honorable Chairman and distinguished member of this committee, I acknowledge that the sector faces significant challenges and is highly complex. While I do not claim to have immediate solution to every issue, if confirmed, my team and I will approach these challenges with immunity commitment and result-driven focus, prioritizing Liberia's interests and engaging stakeholders and line agencies to implement policy and promote sustainable development. Liberia's mineral and energy sector are critical drivers of national development, economic growth, and social inclusion. If confirmed, my leadership will focus on leveraging these sectors to maximize revenue, create jobs, enhance community development through active participation, and attract responsible private foreign direct investment. This strategy is built on three pillars: efficiency, transparency, and inclusive growth. Each pillar is designed to address immediate challenges while fostering long-term sustainable development approach. Permit me to present to you the key elements of three strategic pillars and the corresponding action that will contribute to accelerating the country's development agenda as outlined below. 1. Mineral and mining sector. Liberian mineral and mining sector has deposits and potential of iron ore, gold, diamond, and other critical minerals. However, challenges such as illicit mining, limited value addition, regulatory gaps, and insufficient community benefit have constrained its full potential. Our primary goal is to ensure that the mineral sector contributes significantly to national GDP and inclusive development, driving revenue growth, job creation, and sustainable community advancement across the country. 2. Energy. Liberia's energy sector is essential to the functioning of households, businesses, industry, and mining operations. Reliable and affordable energy is a key driver of economic growth. However, the sector continues to face challenges, including fragmented institutional responsibility, outdated policy, weak regulatory oversight, and limited integration of renewable energy sources. Our goal is to expand access to reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy while fostering private sector participation and promoting the increased use of renewable energy across the country. Key priorities are intended to implement in the mineral, mining, and energy sector if confirmed. Distinguished chairman and members of this committee, allow me to present the key elements that I will pursue during my leadership. These elements are carefully designed to strengthen institutional effectiveness, promote sustainable sectoral growth, and advance the national development agenda under the ERA's agenda for inclusive development. Elements of key priorities area in the mining and energy sector. 1. Ensure strong revenue and resource management across all sectors to maximize national benefits. Strengthen mineral legislation and regulation to enhance governance, compliance, and transparency. Reform the Model Mineral Development Agreement to align with current national development priorities. Operationalize the Mineral Development Funds to support sustainable sector growth. Enhance government equity participation in key mining and energy projects, collaborate with relevant line ministry to establish a state-owned mining company, strengthen domestic mineral purchasing mechanism to support local industry and promote value addition. Build and enhance institutional capacity at all levels within the ministry, including integration of ICT system for improved effectiveness and service delivery. My leadership will promote the expansion of renewable energy to increase access, sustainability, and environmental stewardship. I will strengthen regulatory oversight to ensure adherence to laws and policy contributing to the good governance, accountability, and investment promotion. I will also prioritize sector financing and ensure alignment of policies with national and international development framework. Honorable Chairman and members of this committee, let me close by stressing that Liberia's mining and energy sector have the power to transform our economy, create jobs, and improve livelihood by fostering sustainable renewable energy, ensuring responsible mining, and strengthening compliance. We can build systems that are reliable, inclusive, and investor-friendly. If confirmed, I pledge to lead with integrity, transparency, and a result-driven approach, working closely with this honorable body, government agencies, development partners, and private sector to unlock the full potential of these sectors of national development. Thank you for your attention and consideration. I respectfully submit.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
So please wait, one of our colleagues just came in. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Bill Torway. I represent the interests of people of Roses County.
Good afternoon once again. I'm Sumo S. Momolu, and what brings me here to be suitable for the position of Assistant Minister of Mines is I have a qualification in mining engineering. I have a master's in mining engineering from the Western Australia School of Mines with emphasis in mine planning and resource estimation. For the past 20 years, I've been actively involved in the mineral and mining sector here in Liberia across all spectrums. I worked within the industry. I worked in the regulatory at the Ministry of Mines. I've also worked, I'm currently at the University of Liberia, where I'm helping to impart knowledge to the young people, the young generation after us. And what I intend to do, my contributions towards the improvement and development of our mineral sector is to ensure that the mineral sector and the policy aligns with our arrest agenda over the next 5 years. In mining, we normally think about planning over strategic and operational time. So over the next 5 years, our strategic plan is to encourage the inclusion and the promotion of the arrest agenda through the mining industry. And as our minister designate have indicated, mining can be used as a means of creating wealth, and we encourage everyone to see it as a catalyst to support other industries in other locales of our country. And we think that when it comes to contributing our own operational ideas, we will suggest policies, we'll suggest plans that can be aligned with our national goal. We hope that we'll work together with all Liberians, including yourself, the Honorable Senate, and of course, other regulatory agencies to ensure that the current situation we now face in our mining industry will, to some extent, be mitigated by some of our ideas that we have. We will submit at this time, and we'll be welcoming questions whenever you have. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman, Senators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chairman, Senators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply honored and humbled to appear before this august body as a nominee for the position of Assistant Minister for Mineral Exploration and Environmental Research at the Ministry of Mines and Energy. Allow me to first express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency the President of Liberia for the trust and confidence imposed in me to serve our country in this critical capacity. I also extend profound appreciation to the House of Senate for affording me the opportunity to present myself and share my vision for this important portfolio. I would like to recognize my wife of 20 years who has stood by my side all this while. Like honorable senators, Liberia is blessed with abundant mineral resources. I'm sure we have all heard that phrase before. Iron ore, gold, diamond, and other strategic minerals that, if managed properly and responsibly, can contribute immensely to our national growth and sustainable development. However, the exploration and utilization of these resources must be guided by sound scientific research, environmental stewardship, and transparent governance. If confirmed, I intend to focus my efforts on three key priorities: strengthening geological research and data systems. We must invest in modern geological mapping, data collection, exploration research to attract credible investors and ensure resource development is guided by accurate scientific information. 2, promoting environmentally responsible mining. The health of our environment and community must never be compromised. I will work to ensure that mineral exploration is conducted in line with environmental protection standards and strict monitoring and enforcement mechanisms. Enhancing collaboration and capacity building. I will strive to foster collaboration between government institutions, international partners to build local technical capacities and promote innovation in mineral and environmental sciences, improve the ease of doing business in the mineral sector. Honorable Senators, I bring to this role a strong background in mineral exploration, environmental stewardship, and natural resource governance, over 25 years of experience working in the public, private, and development corporation sectors. I'm confident that with my guidance and support of my colleagues at the ministry, we can strengthen the foundation of Liberia's mineral sector in a way that benefits all Liberians today and for generations to come. In conclusion, I humbly seek your approval and support to serve with dedication, transparency, and accountability in advancing the mandate of the Ministry of Mines and Energy through the Office of Assistant Minister for Mineral Exploration and Environmental Research. I thank you, honorable senators, for your time, consideration, and continued service to our nation. To answer your question, what makes me qualified for the position for which I've been nominated, I would say my 25 years of experience in the mineral sector In my qualification, I hold a Bachelor of Science from the University of Liberia in Geology. I also hold a graduate diploma of science in general geology from the University of Western Australia, and a master's in science from the University of Western Australia with concentration in old deposits. Over the last 25 years, I have worked seriously in the mineral sector. First 12 years as exploration geologist, working with several exploration companies, of whom we were able to identify potential areas that are now mines or very close to exploration development. The Bear Mountain is an example. We also work with the Amlet, and the Cocoya is also an example. I also have experience in working with the Ministry of Mines and Energy as Assistant Minister for Planning and Development, working with all departments in the ministry, developing activities to further the development of our mining sector. In the last 7 years, I've worked as National Advisor to the GIZ Resource Governance Project, and in the discharge of my duties, we work with all government ministries and institutions who mandates align with the mining sector. Honorable Senator, I can assure you, once confirmed, I will walk through open doors and make the office of Assistant Minister a beacon for development of our mineral resources in Liberia. Thank you.
It's time for you to, we asked all senators that came in why the nominee was telling us why you want this call. He's the most qualified person for that job. So we'll ask you to please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to the nominees. My name is Senator Momo Cyrus. I represent the great people of Lufa County. In the Senate, I chair the Committee on Defense, Intelligence, Security, and Veteran Affairs. Yes. I'm also a member of the Lands Mines Committee and member of the Senate leadership. Thank you. Congratulations, nominees. We hope the process will be transparent and we will see what it is.
So that's the chair, I represent Sino County, and I'm the chair of the CSR, the member of the committee.
My name is Emmanuel Nukwe. I represent the people of Maikili County. I chair the Committee on Public Operations, and I'm just sitting to follow the hearing. Thank you.
Senator Edwin Snow, I represent the people of Bowman County, and I chair the Committee on Hydrocarbon, Energy, and Environment, and I'm a member of this committee.
My name is Jenica Alex Tyler. I represent Bowman County, chairman of the Committee on Commerce, and member of this committee.
I'm Abraham Barras Dillon. I chair the Committee on Foreign Affairs. I represent the people of Monterey County.
I represent the people of Grand Coulee from the beginning. We are all such an investment. How do you introduce it?
Well, listen. My name is Senator Joseph K. Jala, Senior Senator of Lufa, Chairman Banking and Currency, Co-Chair Judiciary,
Yes, I'm already up and but I'm happy to be in this hearing. It will go well.
Thank you, honorable senators. It's time to interact with the senators. They'll be asking you some questions. And we start with committee member first. We'll give the first chance or priority to Amara, Senator Conan, because he's not feeling too well and he needs to go. So Senator Conan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, thank you for that. First, let me extend my congratulations to the nominees, our brother, Minister Designate Timber and Co. For your nominations. I come from Bapulu, a mining county, Western Liberia, a mining region. Since I have been in the Senate, I have observed the influx of Class B mining exploration licenses, license holders to the county. Most of them Chinese. They go in there and then they displace our citizens who are Class C license holders because their claims are in the Class B exploration areas. I mean, the law is the law, but this is causing serious problems for our citizens in the county. And most of them, I mean, not all of them from Bapulu. People come from all over Liberia to go to Bapulu County to hustle. And when this happens, this displacement creates a lot of stress for these citizens and also for us, their lawmakers. As a matter of fact, I wrote the ministry a few days ago on a case in this category. As Minister of Mines, if we nominate you, how do you plan to address this issue to balance the implementation of the law with humanistic consideration for our own citizens who need to go somewhere else, you know, in search of livelihoods? Are there laws on the books for some compensation to them or some flexibility to give them new licenses in areas that are not covered by these Class B or Class A exploration licenses? That's my first question. My second question has to do with the environment. I come from the Wiswa Belt, the mining belt, and as I speak to you, I don't want to be too dramatic to send you the video of the river. A major river there called the Ginger River is polluted. It has been polluted since perhaps July. We've done everything in our power to address this situation. I think 2 people have died, allegedly, from the pollution, 2 children, because they're swimming there. The water looks like milk. And I'm sure this is not an isolated case. It's the same situation across the country. What kind of an enforcement mechanism will you put in place to allow environmentally sensitive mining operations to happen so that our people's major sources of water for drinking and washing their clothes and so on cannot be polluted as we see in that part of Liberia? And then finally, Western Liberia, we've started a pilot which we believe if we succeed, or when we succeed, it could be, you know, something that other regions will emulate, which is to come together, all three counties coming together as a region, to pool our resources to support the development agenda that we have put together, which is aligned with the AAID arrest agenda that you talk about in your speeches. And so we want to do a regional university in Topmanberg. We want to turn Emirates Hospital as a regional referral hospital for the region for our citizens. Then we want to see how Cape Mount, Robertsport can become sort of a tourism center. But resource mobilization is a problem. And our region is a mining region. We got companies there, Deer Mountain, Western Cluster, BioChico. I can go on, and all of these licenses you are giving to people to explore over there. We have a revenue law that allocates a portion of the proceeds from natural resources across this country that goes to the county where the resource is coming from, and then to the 15 counties, the central government, and then a percentage of what goes to the county goes to the affected community. It's on the books. As minister, since I have been here 2 years, I don't recall any amount, but all the diamonds they've taken in Bapuru, when we ask questions, where's our revenue, and they put us in the loop. Let's say you are minister, think that tomorrow, how can you help my citizens, our region, the 3 counties, to get their fair share of revenue that is coming from their region for their development? Those are my 3 questions. Thank you.
Our Senator, well, firstly, we have laws in this country that govern the mineral sector. And the laws must be scrupulously implemented. And that's why it's on the book. The influx of Class B should not in any way affect citizens to displace them. Because in applying for the Class B, firstly, before you are qualified to become a Class B holder, you first will have to do your environmental impact studies. That impact study gives the Environmental Protection Agency to give you a certificate that you are qualified, that you're going to be environmentally compliant. You will abide by the environmental laws. Even with respect to land degradation, there must be, at the Ministry of Mines, there must be a mine closure plan. And those mine closure plans should be in the interest of the citizen. Then after your money, that they will not be affected, like how you have always say, quote unquote, bombing holes. These are strategic issues, but all our laws are weak on these issues. And that's why we intend to do a review of this concession and know what the issues are, get to the community and know exactly what the issues are. When we are confirmed, these are some of our priorities, because there's leaps and bounds. And our laws, our mineral and mining laws of 2000, says that they have restricted areas. Even they have traditional shrines that mining activities should not go there. This is the reason why we make sure that indeed there is an assessment by the mining agent to give you a clearance that the issue indeed, the area indeed is clear of problems. So when we get there, if these things are happening, we're going to study them and make sure we take the corrective measure as per the law. And the issue of pollution, as I just said, you have EPA. When you are giving the environmental permit, it's a clear indication that you have EMP, Environmental Management Plan, that will make sure that mitigation is to the letter, so that they can be, because the reason why you conduct the environmental impact assessment is to develop an environmental management plan, so that you cannot degrade the environment. So those issues are issues because the laws are on the book, but they are violators. It is our responsibility to have a robust team that there is a compliance. And when it comes to the fair share, because mineral development agreements are passed in the House, and the first time I saw actually a social development funds where it started from ArcelorMittal, where we got to know about social development funds. And the immediate affected community, portion is allocated for the immediate affected communities so that those social issues, those environmental issues can be addressed, as per what is on the book. So if confirmed, we want to make sure that there is a compliant issue because the mineral is finite, and after that, our citizens got nothing. So there must be something to positively impact the life, even during the money and after money.
So, Chairman, just to say that, thank you for your answer. I just would like to close to say that this is very important to us. We depend on our natural resources to develop our region for our people. We have an ambitious agenda, and we're going to need to raise money to do that, and we'll be counting on you as partners at the ministry to help enforce that revenue component of the law on our people's behalf. Thank you.
There are senators in here are hearing, so please take at least 5 minutes.
So big area.
I said at least 5 minutes. Not the end of it, 5 minutes,
He's a chairman. It's limited. It's a big sector. We don't have to finish it today. But we can do one and then something.
Well, I said, y'all, please take it.
Sorry, walk with me.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Again, to the nominees, for those of you, I'm Senator Twain from Nimba County, one of the natural resource endowed counties in Liberia. That's why I pride myself to be the lead campaigner for concession compliance. We have a hearing coming up right now. So that's why I think the chairman is giving us the floor to speak briefly before we go for the hearings. I will begin by saying the three of you qualification and experience in the sector, they are unmatched. So the issue here will not be from me about your qualification. You serve in several positions, Mr. Minister. I haven't seen any, red tape or any kinds of malfeasance on your record publicly. You serve as a representative as well for my county. And the two gentlemen over there also, I must say that the both of you are Australian scholars. Yeah, and I'm an Australian scholar too. So, yes, definitely. And I know fully well how much, you guys are credible when it comes to that. But Minister Tingman, I look across the hall since this morning, I see a lot of Nimbans. Many of them, the elders, the chiefs, they came from all corners of Nimba to support you. I see some former government officials at Nimba here. Let me say this to you. They are not here because you are Honorable Maternity Timba or you are the practice son of Nimba. They are here because they need answers to the questions to their resources. They feel that at least one of their sons, is stepping away and another one is coming in. And this is personal. The issue with ArcelorMittal and other companies in Limba County cannot be overemphasized. And this is not a forum for it because we have been heard about it. I will not be scrutinizing you based upon what, you bring to the table. I will be scrutinizing you upon what will you do. Because many of these speeches are brilliant. We will bring about, we will digitize the system. We will bring about state-of-the-art equipment. We will make sure there will be full compliance. Our major problem here on Rutingba, before I close, in the mining sector is non-compliance of concession agreements. Non-compliance. And I don't know how it is done with the IMCC. Welcome to the IMCC. I've got a problem with the IMCC, with the members of the IMCC. Because if they do their work adequately, we will not be sitting here complaining about mining companies. Because the reports that you people bring to us to ratify are clear with stipulation and timelines. How is it that nobody follows up to ensure that these things, are done by the mining companies? And then we bring the IMCC here, and then they sit here and look at the concession here and complain, say, no, they have not done this. Have you done this? No, they have not done this. In as much as many of us are very strong on the concessionaires and the companies, but I actually feel sorry for them. It's like you put a little child in the field to work, and the supervisor does not tell them where to start from. The companies are not supervised. And these things have to come to an end. And I'm calling on my colleagues here, to see the good in the three of you. You are astute. You've been in the sector before. You play your oversight role here as a former lawmaker. And I have, no doubt that you people will not make us shame and do not make the people of Lima who come here with the answer for their resources, do not make them shame. I yield, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
I'm chair of the communication. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, thank you. My colleague said that, and obviously, if I want to be voting today, I won't vote and just leave. The reason is very simple. I'm going to hold them by the standard of tomorrow, not today. Not today. Because it will be the same story here. We confirm Minister Womope right here with the same speech. With the same speech. But the illicit mining still continues. People are issued a license for class B, class A and C, and they bring class B. People are issued license for class B in different location, and they are 4 from Bapolu, they are in River G County. Yes. And our chiefs, our elders, okay, and our young people are aiding and abetting illicit mining. That's a fact. We must say it here. But tomorrow, the who are responsible as lawmaker when they're the same people who are encouraging the people. So I just want to know, Honorable Minister, as a former representative, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And you've been with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, you know what I'm talking about. So I think I use your expertise to make sure that our people are held accountable, not just only the business people. Because they are the ones knowing for the well that indeed the action of the people will damage the water that they drink and they accept it. And that's the concern there. And my last concern is, I want you to investigate toxic mining. Since 2019, this legislature passed on the concession of Eastern Target and Western Target. The previous minister of Murray have been asked the question over again, where is proxy mining? Proxy mining should have paid up to $6 million to this country for the passage of that concession. In 2019, Western Target, Bapolu, and Eastern Target in Grand Junior County. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, nominees. Like I will introduce here, as chair of the National Security Committee. My first question is, did you bring your drug test result? Because we're not going to allow you to enter government without taking your drug test. Have you guys taken your drug test?
Yes.
Have you guys taken your drug test? Your nominees, have you taken your drug test?
I'm yet to do a drug test, but I've done it. About noon I was at the fire here at school.
Honorable Senator, similarly, I've not done the drug test. I haven't been near drugs since, but if there's a
Honorable
requirement,
nominee, is a yes or no question. Have you done your justice?
no.
Honorable Senator, I have not done a drug test.
So my second concern has to do with the issue of illicit mining. I have an experience. I come from local county. I think from my research that's going to be corrected, we have the last reserved in Liberia, the Rogesi Mountain. That's going to be corrected. That might be the last reserve Liberia has. It's going to be corrected. The Rogesi Mountain, I said it might be the last reserve. And so, since Rogesi is very important, and I've overheard other counties complaining like Niba. Are we putting the necessary mechanism, laws, procedures together so that we really have any problem just tomorrow in case we want to mine Rogesi? I'm speaking against the background of the complaints I hear from NEPA. If for any instance as a government we want to mine Rogesi tomorrow, my question as a senator speaking for the people of Lofa County, hearing me on camera, can you assure me that under your administration, if we have to mine Rogesi, we didn't have the situation we have in NEPA today?
Honorable Senator, Honorable Chairman and distinguished member of this committee. There is always a saying that experience is the best teacher. The first MBA with respect to ArcelorMittal was not a perfect one. There are a lot of bad clauses that were in there, and therefore there was room for amendments to improve on that. And there was a second amendment to that to improve what was not placed in the previous agreement. Now the third amendment is on. It should be better than the second amendment. So based on these experiences we have had with respect to honor representation at the table, I think we now have sufficient experience that when it comes to the table, we do the needful to put in there what benefits the country so that we can continue with this kind of a cry all of the time to victimize our people with respect to mineral exploitation in this country. I'm of the stronger conviction, if confirmed, we are going to keenly look at these things and put measures in place that indeed the mineral resources in this country is intended to better the life of our people, to ensure economic growth, to ensure infrastructure development of our country, so we can make a better future.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This will be my last question, and I give honorable nominees. Today, as we speak, we have poured on 3 concessions, mining concessions, in the Vonjama district from which I come from. You know, I'm a senator, but I come from the Vonjama district. We see the Chinese entering these forests and having meetings with the town chiefs and community people and see them, working along the status quo. Is that the process? Are you people contacting the lawmakers for other decision makers in the country before giving these lessons to these Chinese?
Senator, firstly, with respect to mineral governance of this country, the statutory law that established the Ministry of Mines and it gave it the responsibility to issue licenses. And all the processes start at the Ministry of Mines and Energy. Anything contrary to that to start from the local community is outside of the law. It should not be permitted. I had an experience with, and I spoke to someone in recent time, said he had a social agreement with the community before coming to the Ministry of Mines to obtain the lesson. I said that was counterproductive with respect to our laws on the book. The process starts at the ministry. It is a ministry that has that statutory responsibility to assess, because there is a system at the mining cadastre they call FIFA, first in, first assess. And if you are qualified before you can venture, if you are issued a license before you go to the community, to sign a social agreement with them. So you cannot go and start in there. We are the one that should be sending you into the field with communication to the county authority to make sure that, yes, this is the purpose you're coming from. Other than that, anybody who is coming into that to go into the bushes is against the law. And I can assure you if confirmed. Because even the proliferation of the excavator in the field without any authorization, where people just go and dig all over and degrade the land, we're going to be robust about that. And it's good that I saw the portion of the law that back us. If we catch you in illicit money, we have that right. We're not seeking for warrants. We go straight into there and we can confiscate that. The law backs up for the Constitution backs up for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nominees, good afternoon. I must divulge that I know the nominee for Minister of Mines, Atumeke Temba. I've known him for years. So let me make that disclosure. I would like to say something. I look in a compound, the place is crowded with supporters. I look in the gallery, I'm sure everybody wants us to, in fact, already pledge our commitment to confirm you. And so if we ask questions, some people will murmur. And you see, I know that when we just pass you and you're not doing that work, they can remember that the work teacher to come and say, we must pass you. They will say, and you're confirming, they can say that. And so I am almost never afraid to do my work. My role is to ask a question. So when I confirm you, your answer today, that what I will use tomorrow to determine your performance and question. Have you read the mineral laws of Liberia? Question.
Yes, I've read the mineral laws of Liberia.
As it is, from your reading, do you think that law needs some reform to bring us up to current reality. Question.
Indeed, Senator, because, as I earlier stated that...
Nominee, when you have a yes or no question, please answer yes or no.
Okay.
Yes,
With provision of the mineral law, you read and you have intention for us to review, to amend or repeal, so as to bring us up to speed with current reality.
There are a lot of provisions in there that I may not remember. And as we seek confirmation, all of those ones, I may not remember them, we can outline them and send it to you that these are things that we want to review.
You didn't come with an example, for instance. If you read the law, you know that some require to be reviewed in keeping with your vision, that you want to take that as to how to implement the law and what will impair your ability to implement the law in terms of current reality, which will bring our involvement as legislative body.
Let me show you an example. In the mineral and mining laws, if you go to section 4.2, that talks about person or individual not eligible for mineral rights, the foreign provisions are there. One of the aspects that has really claimed my attention is this, with respect to this issue of the Class B.
The Class B lessons.
Class B lessons.
That's fine.
It reads, with respect to Class B mining license, an individual who is not a citizen of Liberia unless legally permitted to be a resident of Liberia or seek employment in Liberia, or a person other than an individual, unless individuals who are citizens of Liberia own and control at least 60% of the equity of voting power in such a person, or are entitled to receive at least 60% of such a person, not net profit or distributable income. Now, this is why it says, there's a complication there. When a foreign national comes into this country, once that person has a resident permit or a work permit, that foreign national can go strictly into Class B and prove 100% without establishing a company. But that same person, if they have resident permit, can go off by themselves and get 100%. But if they establish a company, they can get a Liberian 60%. So, if the person has that opportunity as an individual, once you have a resident permit or work permit, you can go straight and have 100%. Why would that person establish a company? That person will not establish a company. So
I'm asking these questions so as to help inform some of our reform agenda for the country. The lesson, the intent of it was to empower Liberians, correct?
And the law is not saying that to empower Liberians. It gave opportunity to foreign nationals.
No, you were lawmaker when I law passed.
This particular money agreement, that's 2000 laws.
You were not
so I was not there.
Okay, but you were lawmaker when you were on the book.
Of course.
You did not. You go into Lands and Mines Ministry now. Mines Ministry. Should we confirm you with that kind of law still on the book? The intent of the law was for Class B mining license to be the source of empowerment of Liberians. And if there will be a foreign intervention, Liberia must own more than 50% share. Correct?
No, it doesn't go straight like that.
No, but you're not getting my point. The intent of the law, but the way the law is structured, that is why people bypassing it.
Okay.
I'm asking you, when we come back to the original intent, then we can amend that provision to bring it back to the original intent.
Okay.
So there can be room for bypass.
Okay.
Now you are a civil engineer,
Mining
engineer. That law on the book, and the way it's scripted and written, is that in tune with the original intent of the framework of that law? Should we make you minister? Do you think that provision of that law needs reform so that we can come back to the original intent so that Liberians can have ownership of that class?
I understand, yes, there should be review to change it to suit the Liberian situation.
So if I give him a vote,
Yeah.
will you coordinate or cooperate with my office or through the committee, the Senate committee, for us to make that one of the first priorities?
Yes, Senator.
You honor oath. Senator, yeah. You know that the very provision we amended. Yeah? And the very provision we amended. Right, okay. Right. Okay. So I just want us to be on the same page.
Yeah, indeed we
I
are.
have two more questions now. Yeah. I got two more questions. Please.
Yes, sir.
We get class A license, mining license, B, C. The people go mine, whether for gold or diamond or iron ore, right? So if you got mining license only for iron ore, you are not supposed to mine gold, correct?
No.
Is that what is honest?
Yes.
So if you are mining for iron ore, what do we have in place? What do you think we may need to put in place?
First Lady.
Come in. What do we need to put in place so that if you are mining for iron ore, you are only shipping iron ore? Because if you just take the raw ore and ship it, there's likelihood there are other minerals that can be. Is it possible? If you don't process it before shipping it.
The first thing is that fundamentally, before you go to a class A mining, it's what we call exploration. The exploration, if you identify the deposit, if there are associated minerals, it will be indicated. And there is a law on the book that during your exploration, if you discover additional mineral, it will be reported to the ministry.
It left to the one that is doing the exploration. What do we have as a government to determine whether the person exploring is telling us the truth, or are we taking a word for it?
Senator, this is a major challenge we have.
That's what my question is.
Yeah, this is a major challenge.
That's why I asked a question, and I'm trying to be informed. It's likely that you can take the raw ore, if it is not processed, so that only ore can be shipped, other material, other minerals can be shipped.
It's possible.
So what do we have in place from your experience as a mining engineer? And if you have found out we don't have it in place, what should we do to put those systems in place so that when you only can if diamond was mixed or any other mineral was mixed or there enough for you? For the country.
Senator,
yeah.
This is where we need to have a robust monitoring and evaluation team on the ground. And to correct that, our intention, when confirmed, when we get it, if that system is now put in place to robustly check whether it is the mineral that you're mining is the only one you're exporting or additional mineral you're exporting, we need to have that robust monitoring and evaluation team. But under our law, you are not permitted to handle any mineral that you don't have license for.
Correct. Okay, finally, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Nominee, finally. And I will deliberately do this. I know you from Nima, right?
Yes, I'm from Nima.
And I may confirm you. I will vote for you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm asking you. After a few months, I call you back as a senator to determine your performance for the common good. I just hope at that time, because right now you're not part of me, when I'm ready to grill you on my oversight, you shouldn't be your man from Nima at that time.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, thank you. Mr. Chairman, before I ask my question,
Mr. Dominic, how are you? I'm fine,
Mr. Chairman, there are 3 nominees here, but we're asking one, so the other 2 will do them another day, right? So I get 5 for each. So I got 15 questions. So I can do my 15. No, I got 5 for each. All right. Mr. Minister Designate, how are you? We work together. I know you, respect you, and I have no doubt on your knowledge of the sector. You are being rightly placed. My concern will come from where Senator Dillon started. Do you believe that the position in which you are being nominated to occupy is more a technical position and not a political position?
Yes, Senator. As per the statute that created the entity, it's a statute. It's a technical position, not politically driven.
How much it cost you to bring all the cherry scrap on Nima here?
Senator, I did not bring people from Nima. They came by themselves in solidarity.
Okay. I will be brief for you because, like Senator Dupo said, not confirming you will be injustice because, like I said, you are rightly placed. But my concern will be when confirmed, all the sweet things you say here, can we make sure we do the right thing? Because our resources is almost becoming a curse. And a few months ago, about a month or so, I went with the Minister of Youth and Sports, Bentor, doing a youth center there. And the minister took me right behind where they were doing the center, and I saw a mass field there with many activities going on. And he said to me, and I quote, Senator, most of the things you see what I see for your colleagues and doing it. It's alleged that most of the illegal money are either by legislators or facilitated by legislators. You are from here. When confirmed, if any of us involved in illegal mining, will you have the willpower, the political willpower, to do what is right by stopping it? Honor oath.
Honorable Senator, laws are on the book for scrupulous implementation. Our oath, when confirmed that we will be taking to implement the law with favor.
Mr. Nominee, you are going to the ministry at the time where our natural resources seem to be doing okay. The price of gold has gone up, iron ore is performing well, and these are some of the ways we have to generate revenue for this country. You think you have at present, and I'm sure you have done your own survey, you think you have the necessary law in place to implement for revenue generation befitting our resources, or you need to revisit the law like you were discussing with Senator Dillon, the chairman help you just now, or help us just now bring us up to speed. Do you think we need to do anything to enhance your work, whether about acting new laws or giving you additional support? What do you think we need to do?
Senator, it's good that more especially when it comes to revenue generation, where we see this sector as a major pillar to ensure economic growth and development and infrastructure development. We have the entity there, LRA, that is tasked with the responsibility for all of our taxes, compliance in this country. We have the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. The laws that are on the book, I haven't gone through it in totality yet. So we intend to review where there are issues. That's what I said. Our stewardship, if confirmed at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, will, in relation with the national legislature, like you, will be like a working board, because I'm not going to wait to fall into problem or you call me before I can come at your door. I will always be at your door so that we can all jointly find solution to problem if there is any. That's how we intend to work.
What's your take on prioritizing our rail? ArcelorMittal runs the rail from UK Park to Port of Buchanan. There are discussions to prioritize it or to have an independent rail operator. They want to operate in the rail. What's your take? What's your vision for the rail?
We were nominated by the President of the Republic of Nigeria. I'm of the strongest conviction that we all may be informed that the President issued an executive order with respect to establishing an independent rail operator. We haven't gone through the document yet. It's still a discussion. As soon as if we get confirmed, we're going to review the document and give our clear vision, because I don't want to be parallel with the, let's say, in contravention with the Everest agenda. So we'll review that, and always we'll seek advice from you. How can we make it better?
I worked with you before, and I know your administrative skills, I know your leadership ability. Are you still the same Tigma that will execute similar administrative and leadership skill if confirmed?
No, there's a saying, they see Jesus yesterday, today, and forever. The same Tigma with you yesterday, today, and forever.
On that note, I won't ask the other two nominees, because if you confirm, I'm sure you will deal with them accordingly. So, you have my phone. Thank you.
I want to say that we don't have to burden the minister with all the questions. These two guys can answer as well, because they're in that profession and they have all the experience. I want you to answer.
are a student.
Again, good afternoon, nominees. Am I audible enough? All right, good afternoon. I want to start with a disappointment. Mr. Minister Destiny, in response to a question asked by Senator Snow on the legal regime of the sector, you say you have not read all of the laws. And for me, that's a red flag, that's a disappointment. And you come to confirmation hearing and tell us that you are not quorum with all the sector. What does that say? Can you respond to that?
The intent of my statement is we intend to review this law and make sure that we are on the right track. I don't want to.
You responded to us.
But I'll leave it there. That will play into I'll leave it there. That will play
to my vote. Let me come to your work as Minister of Lands and Mines before? Right. You're in the city.
You are now our chair? No. You said yeah, you said no.
Okay. When my colleague spoke to the fact that you're knowledgeable in the sector, you have experience, and knowledge should be a predictor of performance. But sometimes that's not the case. That can be the case. Sometimes. So I want you to self-evaluate yourself. Self-evaluate yourself. Each of you, please, self-evaluate yourself, wherever you said before. Self-evaluate yourself as to your performance, your integrity, and all of that.
Briefly, as at the first entry level where I went to the field, experience and know exactly what happened. I work in the field with a lot of mining companies and mining consultancy. And thereafter, I was attracted by the minister at the time based on my.
Self-evaluate yourself.
So, in those positions I performed, I was graded as one of them, as was in the airport sector when I represented Nigeria, where I was.
Let's stay with mines and industry.
It's related, that's what I'm saying. It's a sea mineral sector. That's what I'm saying. So these are where I was graded. And even here where the ECOWAS honored me as one of the best, national experts to the ECOWAS sector on mineral based on performance. And then when I served as Director of Mines, I was the first that initiated the establishment of mining cooperative because we saw the land degradation with the Class C. They don't have the capacity to maximize productivity, and all of the shovel does not, give them that opportunity to be economically dependent as per the intent of that creation of the Class C mining sector. So I am the one that established and led that process to make sure that miners are in cooperative and to maximize productivity, get permit to use machinery, and then they do land reclamation. We put.
So please,
evaluate yourself.
In terms of evaluation, I think my performances in the past 4 years have led me to
key change on ourselves. For example, I have been with the University of Liberia over the past 10 years, and during my time there, I have encouraged females, right, to enter the profession. I can say that Liberia can now boast of approximately maybe 15 to 20 females with mining engineering degree. There are some who have left and have traveled out of the country that I'm mentoring currently. So everywhere I find myself, I try to bring some sense of integrity and change into the system.
Tell me, let's put it that way so that we don't bring too much.
Honorable Senator, if I must evaluate myself, I would say I have willingness to work with a strong commitment to transparency and accountability.
Well, that's good enough. That's good enough for my answer. Coming back to the Minister Destiny, and you were at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, or you were then Land, Mines and Energy. If you wanted anything to change, what do you think that should be? Now that you might be going back there. In an order of priority, what do you think those things would be?
Well, first, what I think is a good thing to do here now to bring about changes is possible. A robust monitoring and evaluation team will be established to ensure compliance to maximize revenue generation. I would like to ask a question to where possible.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So similarly, we have plans to focus on, in the same vein with monitoring and evaluation. Our own strong suit is that we encourage a lot of data collection. I remember once before there was an honorable senator asking here as to our resources, per county. We are hoping to bring that sort of information out, contributing to generating the necessary data that in real time can tell us, what is there, because it puts us at right now there's a global thing going around saying when you are at the table, how you negotiate. So it put us at the table to have the necessary information that relates to all of our minerals, including the critical ones, so that we can be able to come from a point of negotiating. Because, everybody say Liberia has the potential, but most times when people come here, they are coming as, Liberia is a green field. So we must be able to prove that it's a brown field, and part of our laws that requires a brown field to be paid for. With that, we may get more on our resources that we have. So those are some of the ideas that we hope to proffer.
Honorable Senator, in my capacity when confirmed as Assistant Minister for Mineral Exploration, I think first and foremost, what I would like to see done is the gathering of geoscientific data. You cannot benefit from something that you don't know about. So it is crucial that Liberia knows exactly what is her mineral potential, the quantity, quality, location, and all geological characteristics that surrounds that mineral deposit. That way we will be able to know how to negotiate with foreign investors and make it beneficiary to the Liberian people.
I thought we did that already. That was in one of the president's annual reports. Not everywhere. Not everywhere. Not everywhere. I thought we did that already, because that was in one of the president's annual reports to the legislature. Chinese had done that already for us.
I
I speak in my capacity as a geoscientist. I speak in my capacity as a geoscientist, and I can tell you we're still lacking on a lot of knowledge when it comes to what we have, the quantity of what we have, where we have it, and all.
Thank you. I think that's an honest statement. Thank you. I like honesty. Thank you. There's a conversation in the corridor, not formal, about Liberian participation in the mineral sector, especially in the form of holding equity share. Coming from the background that the royalty paid by the concession is grossly inadequate. What's your position on that?
Again, Honorable Senator, there are laws on the book about equity participation, local content. There's local content embedded into our laws. There are about 5% local content.
5% is negligible.
That's what
we're talking about reform now. We're talking about reform.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to review.
Correct, must be incorporated into the document. So the old documents are the foundation of what we can advance on or what we can improve on. So once we have those fundamental documents, we can improve on it. Okay, we can be intentional about it to make sure that we make a better laws that will suit our conditions.
Back to my final question. Back to the empowerment of Nigerians. What step will you take to regularize or popularize artisanal and small-scale mining that Nigerians are involved with in the country?
Okay, there's a review process ongoing on this, to formalize the artisanal sector. Usually you see our people using shovel. So how do we institute measure that they will be able to maximize productivity? Because mind you, the mineral is intended to change the living condition of our citizens. So what we need to do is to formalize that sector because we see a lot of our citizens in it. And like what one of the senators just asked the question with respect to Class B people going to get rid of, the local miners, that should not interfere because even if you have a Class B, it should not interfere with the Class C because they are coordinated, associated, that can clearly demarcate. And our mineral law says that licenses should not overlap the others. So there is need for us to pay keen attention to that particular review process to formalize the sector to maximize productivity.
So you support that? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nominees, begin with the ministers and the two assistants. Let me say congratulations for your preferment. Mine is not question. I have no doubt the qualifications and experience, and I believe you will perform to the best of your ability, and you will not let us down. Most of our colleagues ask all of the questions, but I just want to admonish you. Because some of the things we overlook are the very ones that give us problems. I'm not a geologist or a miner, but I come from a village where the people are doing mining. And I see that the people you call mining agents or inspectors, as soon as they cross Douala, they become Minister of Mines. So I hope and pray that you take necessary steps, not to be just in the office, not to just sit in your air conditioned office, and forget that the job you're doing, like you rightly said, is technical. It's actually in the field, not in the office. And I believe that where most of the problems, whether interference or lesson overlapping or whatever it is from the people you got, that you people who are long, they cause most of the problem. I hope now that you come in with a smart prayer, that most of our colleagues will favor you to, show that you are confirmed. Of course, you got no doubt of my God. But that you go beyond to show that you have a robust team in the field to correct most of these things, so that you can fall in your lap. Thank you again. Congratulations. I wish you well.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues. Mr. Nominee, to the Minister of Destiny, Honorable Timber, I will go with former Speaker Tyler, Senator Bomi, and the Senator from River G. I agree with the two of them. The problem in our counties, in our districts, when it comes to money, sometimes we blame the ministers, past and present, deputy minister, assistant ministers, but our citizens themselves. For me, no question for you, but I just want to give you some advice. If confirmed to be taken over pretty soon, I want for you to please listen to me, because my county is Gold Rich County. In Grand Judah, please, if confirmed by the Senate, I know you, we are working together in the past. And despite you are not no more in the legislature, but always interacting, your good friend and like a big brother to me. Anytime I need doubt of anything, I call you, you advise me. That's how. I think when you're talking with this people, you can. That's how I advise my brother. Yeah, everybody, everybody, you please go. So, my dear friend and brother, and the rest of our assistant ministers, Destiny, I want for you to please give me your attention. Please, the problems in our counties, your money agents, and the superintendents in the various counties, more especially counties that go rich. For example, Grand Judah. Your agents, money agents in Badrigen, CVI, and other areas, and our citizens themselves, making the government in the rightful revenue as well as county government. Because they will come to you and say, we want Class C lesson. When they take all those lessons, they will go our Chinese man, take an excavator, meet your money agent on the ground, go straight to the superintendent office. And all the police officers assigned in our county, they report to the superintendents. Automatically, the superintendent will there go authorize the police, you escort the yellow machine to the site. That's what happened in Grand Judah. More especially money agents that are deployed in Grand Judah, they are not doing well for our people. They are not following the law. All the Chinese you're looking for, like Mason in Mosorado, go to Grand Judah. Like they live in. They are in CVI. All the villages there. Some villages that already know that they wear crime more than the Chinese. I'm telling you. So the assistant minister, I listened to you. You said you got your degree in code deposit. Please help the country. Sierra Leone, they're no different. Their budgets are in billions. Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, we have the same natural resources. But ourselves, our problem. So I'm appealing to all of you to please, where we are counterpart the Ministry of Internal Affairs, most especially the Minister of Internal Affairs, just sit down with me, let me talk with the superintendents. The superintendents, they are our problems in our county, our counties. So I'm appealing to you. I'm appealing to you. Now, not a matter of former Representative Grant, Superintendent Grant, no. Don't get me wrong. I've been in this place for the past 19 years. I've worked with money agents, former superintendents, and former ministers of mine, and presidents. And I know what's been happening to Liberia. And I believe if you guys confirm, you will make the difference. Besides former Representative Timba, your honorable minister, assistant minister, I know him by face, but I don't know him by name. Some of them today putting it into the face. And all of you, I know you are intelligent guys. You listen to your profile, you will make a difference. Please work with Internal Affairs. If you won't get a resource from counties, please work with Internal Affairs Minister. Let me try to tell ministers to start, or the superintendents to start interfering, because the police listen to them 100%. I'll always give the example, like all our rivers in Grand Chile, finish. Down to Kabbalah River, Seston River, are occupied by the Ghanaians. They've been having money. All our rivers in our county, all. Please help us. All of the villages in Grand Chile, government will get help from. Up to now, some of them still drinking from no creeks. But the Ghanaians and the Chinese are damaging our rivers.